one of the things that we're seeing is companies that have continued to be viable. They've shown a high degree of resilience, right? So they might have their valuations. We're seeing those valuations soften a little bit, but we know that they've gotten lean. Okay, they've probably have gotten a great deal more efficient, and they've shown a great deal of grit, determination, and resilience. And so those companies today look very attractive to buyers that are out there. There is a lot of dry powder out there, so there's a lot of groups and investors and buyers that are looking to make acquisitions that have funds and have capital available that they want to put to work. And so it's a pretty good environment for some M&A activity. Now, the thing about it, Brian, is that the expectations have to be managed, right? I did say that the valuations have softened a little bit. So the business owners, they have to realize that. And our perspective has always been, let's get out in front of these transactions with enough time that we can kind of get everything teed up and go to market when it makes sense. So we're seeing some companies that were smart in doing that. And then we're seeing other companies that kind of delayed, bringing someone like myself or Madison Street in, want to get a deal done. So they've kind of gone through that PP, the PPE money. And so we're seeing folks not able to drink at that trough as much as they had been. And so, again, that's why we're seeing some of these groups that we work with that are looking to make acquisitions. They're seeing some great opportunities, and they're strongly, they're strong opportunities. One of the things that we saw, early on, 2020, 2021. We saw some, what you could say, easy pickings. These were some companies that were really having some stress, really saying we don't know how we're going to make it, and so they were more the easy pickings. Those fruits have pretty much been pretty well picked a little bit. So now you're seeing some companies that were a little bit stronger that were able to kind of grit their way through. Owners are thinking about, what do I want to see happen, now or in the next, 24, 18 to 24 months. And so we're seeing some opportunities, in the market to make some decent acquisitions. So long story short, started doing that. Started having more conversations with my clients about their capital structure and capital needs than it was about marketing and business strategy. And just one thing led to another over the years. That was probably about 6 or 7 years ago, and 2 different firms ago. But that was how I got to what it is that I do now. And really, my value add is working with clients to really understand what they're looking to achieve. The capital markets, that's our toolbox, if you will, of the different things that we can go in and do and utilize, but understanding what it is that they want to do, and then kind of walking with them side by side on that journey. I like to think of myself as a Sherpa, if you will, helping them to ascend the mountain to reach their summit, but helping them to navigate the pitfalls that they're certainly going to encounter if they don't have a Sherpa by their side that knows what those pitfalls are and kind of where those rough patches are. So that's the role that I play. As far as what we see, not so much are we seeing entrepreneurs starting businesses, because we don't work with startups quite as much. We're not able to add as much value to them. Where we see that type of thinking and approach around is really in the kind of in the transactional deals that we do. So if a company is looking to make an acquisition, or if you're looking to do an equity stake, you would think that in a down market or depressed market, those things would slow down, and they do. However, when those transactions do occur, they're incredibly successful. incredibly successful because they're really, really well thought out. You have go days where deals are just going, like gangbusters. They're good, and you want them all to be successful. But I'm sure some of those deals, in other firms, not ours, but in other firms, I'm sure some of those deals may go south. However, in this market, when deals do transact, they're really, really the right deal. They're really, really well thought out. They've had the time to be very, very pragmatic about it. And so everything matches up beautifully. And so those deals turn out to be incredibly, incredibly successful. So it always becomes a really, really good time in this market to get deals done. Obviously, the number of them aren't the volumes, the pure success and viability of the deals, those are off the charts in these markets.